Let's roll.
And
Welcome to the first episode of Two Wizards, One Cart. Your host here.
No, your host here.
My host here. I'm Brad, the Bad Wizard, also known as Brad Dolph in many circles.
It's not a legally binding name, but
No,
he's like a fifth cousin, twice removed from Gandalf.
I'm actually from the lineage of Black Wolf, the Dragon Master of New York City. If you're not familiar with Black Wolf, the Dragon Master,
isn't he from Hell's Kitchen?
Check it out. He's rest in peace, Black Wolf. Gone too soon.
He's got a panini place.
He loves.
He did.
He's a wizard powered by fish fillets.
He likes deli meats a lot too.
Amazing. Black Wolf is my my original Dragon Master. But so we're here today to talk about Lord of the Rings lore and not just lame facts.
Yeah.
We are also here because we're the two best wizards in the world, and we've been watching the other wizards try to do other podcasts, and they just don't have what it takes to make it happen.
Yeah.
So a little bit about myself. I live in my mom's basement currently. I
thought you moved out.
I've actually never read the Lord of the Rings books personally. I'm more of a film guy.
Yeah.
And I like pictures. I was a consultant on the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, and by consultant I use that term loosely.
Yeah. He got sandwiches and
Pete, as I like to call him now, is a restraining order against me. I'm no longer allowed in Australia ever again. Or
that nightclub incident was. It is what it is.
Okay, so let's talk about you. What's your story?
I actually just I don't know where to start because I don't know where I started. I woke up in the fourth age. It was in a bathroom of a seedy bar, and I've really had no memory since then. So I've been trying to fill it back in and reading back on all of the things that happened, and it's jogging my memory.
All wizards are known to be born in the bathroom.
I mean,
bars. I love it.
Thousands of years you're going to forget stuff.
Yes, of course.
Forget things.
Of course. But, so tell me more about your Lord of the Rings expertise and big fan.
Yeah, I was more of a big fan. Was more of an observer. More a watcher. Didn't want to get too terribly involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just more of a historian, if you will.
I like that. I did see your business cards that say that on there. Middle Earth historian,
an aficionado. Perhaps.
Yeah, we're just sick of all the players out there saying stuff that's not correct.
And trying to say there's like hard facts and shit.
Well,
there's not.
It's
all how everybody remembers the events.
Well, we're about to take the Lord of the Rings community by storm. And I'm basically
we're gonna slam it just like I did that coffee.
Yeah, I'm basically the Sean Penn 1985 Married to Madonna version of a wizard. And I noticed you have your staff over there.
Yeah, I do. I lost my original one in a fire, but somebody left this outside of my apartment complex when I moved. Basement apartment. Wizarding is not a high-paying gig, so you just got to tend to take the good with the bad.
I don't do it for the money. I do it for the chicks. Okay, so
I do it for the money.
I forgot about my. I actually lost my.
Oh, you've lost your staff.
So I got a spoon.
Oh, well, at least it's slotted. So I mean, if we need to stir some
sauce. It was
sauce.
dipped in Lucky Charms this morning. My mom made for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we need to make some spaghetti sauce later, that'll come in handy.
Well, Lucky Charms are the way every wizard starts off their day. Everybody knows this.
It's like Dumbledore. Just use it like a wand temporarily. You know that guy. I know about that guy. Somebody with a Dumbledore guy.
I was trained at Hogwarts recently as a child, but expelled for bad behavior. Shout out to our sponsors today, Elevated Kava. That's where we're currently pulled up with the cart.
They are wonderful enough to let us use their nice stage here, and Seven Witches magic sticks.
Yep.
Do you like incense?
Yes.
Because they love incense.
Vote witch this season. It's the only safe bet out there, folks, even if you're not political.
Handmade, not even with magic. He doesn't even use magic.
No, you can't go wrong by voting for the witch.
No.
So we are currently at Elevated Kava. So head down. What's the address over here?
What is the
What's
address
the address
here?
Where are we at?
What is the address?
122 College Street, Asheville, North Carolina, and there's also a location in West Asheville at 747 Haywood Road. Stop in. They're a great place where you meet amazing people and possibly bump into some celebrity wizards.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
If I'm not eating with my the rest of the wizard family, it's okay. But just be courteous.
Yeah, be courteous. Don't bum rush the wizards.
Yeah, if I got a pizza in front of me, you might get a little,
So,
one of those.
So let's talk about where we wanted to start at the creation story of Lord of the Rings, and there's too many people out there spreading false rumors, and false facts. And first off, how do you say Tolkien's name?
Tolkien,
not a Tolkien like the.
I mean, if you want to be fancy and you're at some sort of a thing where they have,
that sounds like the way that somebody who eats weird cheese would say it.
Yes. If you're eating weird cheeses, you can say Tolkien.
High-end cheese, you can
other
say
than
Tolkien.
that, it's
not a tomato thing with me. I'm a Tolkien guy.
Or a potato if you're Dan Quayle.
Correct. Okay.
Ooh, I've dated myself as a wizard there.
Well, we are thousands of years old.
This is true. Many things have happened.
Many things have happened in my lifetime.
Yeah. Bigger fan of Dan Quayle than actual quails.
Well, I noticed your robe.
Oh yes. My original one was lost in I was in a cave and we were looking for artifacts and such. It got snagged, and then a
very
dragon
powerful looking
got it, and so a nice lady from the east made this one for me.
I had a dope one. I had a dope one a long time ago.
Yeah, from I think their company was like Amazonian or something like that. But yeah, they were nice enough to craft this nice green crushed velvet thing.
My original robe was given to you by Ronnie James Dio.
Oh, he's
very powerful.
Now that's a powerful wizard.
But then I lost it at a rave. So now I actually took this off my mom's oversized beanbag, and so
we're working with what we got. It's until something better comes along.
Something better comes along.
Yeah.
Well, so
I mean, in the beginning, everybody knows that. Eru, and he sang everything, and he didn't sing. I mean, he made other people sing.
Yeah. So is Eru the god of Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. Eru Iluvatar is the one that sort of like poof.
Here we go.
He just exists.
Now we're getting into this.
And then he was like, "Well, I'm lonely. Being alone and floating around in space kind of sucks."
Yeah.
So he made a bunch of dudes and ladies in the Valar, and then they were like, "Hey, we should sing." And he was like, "That's a great idea. I'll start it off." And he started it off. And then there's always one guy. So and Melkor's chilling, and he's like,
hang on. So the A guy's first, and Melkor's second in command.
Melkor's like in the beginning, he's his right-hand man for like a minute.
Oh, Judas, huh? Is he jealous of his angelic voice?
I think he's more jealous that he can't create things. Like Eru has the flame imperishable inside of him, and he can make things from nothing. And Melkor, he from what I remember, he really wanted that.
Melkor sounds like a jerk's name.
He was.
Let's be honest.
He was a bit of a
jealous,
bit smug. Yeah, it was kind of like, hey, if I can't have the nicest thing, nobody can have the nicest thing. Well,
yeah,
we've all got that.
Well, jealousy is not great. So are these guys? So are these people? These particular people? Do they have bodies?
They eventually do. From what I remember,
sure.
They sort of are kind of like, hey, you can't be like just sort of like these deity, ghosty things floating around.
Yeah, you gotta have some.
Down,
you gotta have a meat.
It's gonna be
meat sack.
weird. People, if you start walking through people, it gets a little strange.
Gotcha.
So they sang this song a few times, and Melkor wasn't jiving on the first one, and got all dissonant, and then they stopped.
Creative differences.
Yeah.
He wanted to sign with a new label.
Yeah, exactly. And then, this wasn't the right producer, and they got the second one, and then he starts singing some more, and he's and then Eru was like, "Listen, homie, I'm in charge. So anything you do, like, comes from me anyway. So you should just chill and fall in line." And Melkor was like, "Nah,
Was Eru
I'm
ever?
gonna do this."
But was Eru ever unreasonable?
I don't think so. I never met him personally.
Was there a woman involved in anything with this?
Well, yeah, I mean,
love triangle.
The Valar, half were male, half were female.
Yep.
And so there was still, but Eru's just he doesn't really care. He's just kind of like
he wants to create.
Yeah, he just wanted to like make a thing and then sit back and chill and watch it happen. You know.
So then this is what we're talking now: the creation of Middle Earth.
The creation of Arda as a whole. Middle Earth, common misconception. Middle Earth is just the continent. Is one of the continents.
Oh yeah.
But Arda is the whole thing.
Amazing.
What you would call the Earth.
The planet they're on is Arda.
The planet. Just
so there's
floating in space.
There's a left Earth and a right Earth.
Yeah, well, the left.
I can imagine they don't like each other too much.
Well, and that's Valinor. That's where all the fancy people live, and the Valar, and all the. That's like the. That rich retirement community. Well, the golf courses. It's like one of those.
Okay.
Like everybody like.
What's left Earth like?
Well, that is left Earth. Right Earth is Middle Earth, and it's like rough and tumble. And then there's stinky humans later. We'll get into that.
Okay, so back to we have the whole planet now.
We got a planet, yeah. So they sang the song, and they were like, "There's a planet, cool. Who wants to go down and hang out on the planet? Hang out on Arda?" And like some of the Valar were like, "Hey, I'm gonna do that. And they went down.
Were they like in man shape?
Yeah, they were like
pointy ears,
large, very large humanoids, but very large, very, very, very large.
Do they have pointy ears?
It's hard to remember if they're.
What about clothing? Were they clothes people?
Were they definitely clothing? They were clothing. They had a lot of fancy clothing, like like Tulkas had all that crazy armor because he was just. He was a butt kicker.
Yeah.
And, Manwë is just kind of like, I think he's the least amount of clothes. Like, I remember him having a robe, but he was kind of like made of like stars and shit.
Okay.
So, interesting choice.
I like this.
Maybe that's where those cheesy star robes come from. Like that kid on the Stranger Places or whatever show, where he's got that. There's like moons and shit all over it.
It's real fashion trendsetter back then.
I mean, yeah, but it's
starting trends from the beginning.
I think it's run its course at this point.
Okay, yeah, the stars are running.
Yeah, it's So then they came down.
Yes,
and they were like hanging out, and Melkor came down, and Melkor was like, "I still want to be in charge." He just wouldn't let it go.
He couldn't leave well enough alone.
Couldn't let it go and just be like, "Hey, I'm second to God." Like,
not good enough. Not good enough.
Not good enough. So he came down. He was like, "Well, if I can't make stuff, I'm just gonna take stuff and corrupt it." So he was like,
"So he's basically the devil."
Kinda, yeah. A little bit of that, yeah.
Not so.
Yeah. Those human belief structures is very much like that. What is that? Christians?
Yeah. Like the humans.
Yeah. They go in the buildings and they hang out on Sundays. I don't know.
So he represents the evil Melkor. Okay. And so Melkor, he's jealous.
He's jealous. So he takes like some elves and he's like, "I'm gonna make my own elves, but I'm gonna call them orcs." And then he like made them and he twisted them and they're all soft and weird and ugly and short.
Are there any chick orcs?
See, that's a point of contention. Some people say they just come out of the mud.
I saw them getting
when
I was on set.
Saruman would, he would have you believe that's his birth name.
It seemed like it was coming out of some kind of sack.
There was like a thing
from the earth, so to speak.
So did they have genitalia?
but I don't know. But then I've heard
I don't want to
that
think about
there's
orc sex.
female orcs, but they're kind of like dwarven women. You just don't really see them all that often. They're just doing their own thing. They don't like being.
What if they were
they're
smoking hot?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I mean,
wait a second.
I mean, with the dwarf women, it was the beards. That was mainly the. You can't tell the
People
difference.
some people are into
It's
that.
hard.
Dwarves especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So he takes the orcs, and then a guy makes the elves.
Yeah. Eru's
Are elves the original the original race though, or the elves?
Yeah. Eru sort of like made those homies, and he was like, these are my guys, and they're gonna wake up. Like I planted them like seeds.
Yeah.
Planted them, and they're gonna wake up eventually, and then we're all gonna be cool and hang out, and then my guys are gonna show those guys stuff, and they're like, we'll build a world to be great, and then Melkor got involved, and he ruined it. He couldn't leave well enough alone.
Why can't we just get rid of Melkor? Because there'd be no story then. That's why. There would be no history.
It's like right. Utopia's kind of boring.
You got to have somebody in there shaking things up, messing things up like I did at the Oscars.
Yeah. It's kind of like having that one guy in your office. You gotta have that one dude to stir the pot a little.
No, I got the restraining order from Pete, like I like to call him, Peter Jackson.
Well, we'll call him what he is.
Ever since the incident. But anyway, so
we'll talk about the incident.
Yeah, we can.
Well,
he used to be a foot taller before the incident.
Yeah, I've got a gag order about that. There's still some litigation happening with me and Pete. I'm not supposed to talk about him really.
Yeah, they come down.
I'm just the biggest fan. That's all, and he just doesn't accept my gifts or my.
He's a pretty private dude. He's a pretty.
Like I said, I'm no longer allowed in Australia anymore,
or New Zealand.
Same thing. But I have to go deep cover and be like, "G'day, mate. It ain't me, Brad the Bad Wizard." I have to do my accent and fake them, and every once in a while I can get in there.
Peter was just, it was a bad day.
We have created differences.
A couple too many cosmos.
We had created differences.
No.
So anyway, so now we're back to the creation of Middle Earth, and we got elves and we got orcs now, and it's already a turf war.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
So what are they?
Melkor was like.
But at this time, there's no white wall. No, I'm thinking of Game of Thrones. Sorry.
Oh that's that other guy.
Yeah, that's the other one.
That guy can't. Yeah,
so
we're talking in complete stories, not unfinished ones.
There's no Sauron yet, correct?
No. Well, there is. Sauron was so when they had so Eru had his dudes, the Valar, like his homies. And then there's like a subset of homies, like the second, like those
second class citizens,
those Christians. They have the second angels, like like there's different levels.
Yeah.
So like
middle management,
we're like the second levels, and that's what Sauron is too.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like there. It was just so long ago that we don't remember.
Yeah.
He was a Maiar.
I mean, he was a Maiar, and it was.
Not
fine.
Quite.
And he was sort of like when Melkor was like, hey, he talked him into like joining him and not being cool. And Sauron was like, yeah, I don't want to be cool either. So I'm going to go hang out with you.
Sauron's hanging out in the streets with the wrong crowd.
All them Balrogs. He recruited all those guys. And they were just a bunch of high school bullies.
It's like gang initiation.
Yeah, those Balrogs, they were all high school bullies. They just wanted to find jobs where they could pick on people. Really,
it's hard.
You get a flaming sword and you're on fire.
Yeah,
it's hard to
make friends.
Superiority,
but it's hard to make friends when you're unhuggable.
That's true.
How are you gonna hug a Balrog?
You are made of flame and shadow.
I mean, you're kind of screwed.
Hugging people is gonna be tough.
Imagine hugging another Balrog too. It's just heat.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of want to cool off.
Put a Cornish game in between them, and then you got dinner.
You have little snacks. No. Yeah, I just think being a Balrog's a tough one.
I think that's I don't think they signed up for that. They were like,
orcs are ugly, but they can find other ugly orcs to love.
Yeah, even like a Balrog. It's like,
there's like, how can you be sensitive and emotional?
There was only like 5 or 6 or 7 of them, so it's like
your choices are limited.
Much choice.
Then you run through them pretty
diversity
quick.
Just wasn't there.
Yeah, it's tough being a Balrog. Still no excuse for their behavior, though.
No. There's never an excuse for that.
Never an excuse for that.
But yeah, they're hanging out, and Melkor's just doing his thing and being jealous and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you remember when the elves woke up? Remember when they did
So
that?
tell me about this. Let's go into the elves waking up.
They woke up, and then Melkor was like super.
What does that mean? They
irritated.
got a bunch of LSD and they're like,
No,
they changed them.
they're like seeds, and they just sort of.
So-
They came out and they was like, hey,
So
we're
do
fancy elves. I don't know where they
Hold
got
up.
all their fanciness. Like, who gave them all those fancy clothes? Like beautiful robes and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, we had to work for this stuff. I had to wait 3 weeks for shipping for this.
I know.
one.
I had to.
And those guys are just getting handed like holy armor. And
I had to get all the cat fur off
swords
mine.
and- like, dude, I'm not asking for a handout. But
No. So the thing about the elves, how do they procreate then? I mean,
very, very slowly.
yeah, but do they have babies?
They do. Yes, they have no.
But what about the seed
but-
thing?
Well, that's
Can you
just
plant an elf?
So that's the thing. See, so
Yeah.
they sort of like you know how when dudes die, men die, they like go to wherever they go.
Yeah.
Their
Who
souls
knows?
like into the ether.
I'm
like,
immortal, baby.
yeah, the gift of mortality.
Yeah, baby.
Quote that.
Yep.
Gift of mortality. But the elves, there's only so many of them. So when they die, their soul goes back.
I thought they went on this boat someplace.
It goes. Well, that's late. That's when you're like done with Middle Earth.
What?
And they're like, yeah,
We gotta do a whole show about the
we'll do a
elves.
show about the
Yes.
boats. We'll do a show about the
Yes.
boats.
We got to do a whole show because this is confusing to me.
Yeah,
They're a seed,
Yeah.
then they're nothing, then
so
they're
like on
a boat.
They procreate real slow. Like
and they're
their
complaining about humans.
relationships-
All Elrond does is like, humans suck.
Yeah, he's kind of he
Yeah, he's
got a
so
little
crotchety.
He did get a little salty there.
Humans, you waste your
Well,
chance.
I mean, that guy. What was his name? Elisar, Aragorn.
Yeah.
I mean, he's trying to like unimmortal his convince you like, yo, you can come be mortal with me. You don't need to live forever.
Hey,
and
man,
Elrond's like,
I got to be honest with you, mortality's
Hey.
overrated. I've been around for millennia.
yeah, it gets sometimes you just
You ever
wanna
see
nap.
Interview with a Vampire? I can relate.
You just want to nap sometimes.
I want to take
It's
a
hard.
nap. I want to
Hard
eat
to-
some food. I want to taste some stuff.
Yeah,
It's tough being a wizard.
yeah.
Although-
I mean, once you've eaten all the stuff and what is there?
Yeah, you got the pipe weed though, don't you?
Oh yeah,
Good.
that never gets old.
That never gets old. It's the one thing that
The
keeps me
South
sane.
Farthing, baby.
Yeah.
Long bottom leaf.
Long bottom leaf, nothing but the best. I
I'm on
personally
a
like.
long bottom leaf break though. I'm doing a bit of a
I personally like
wizard
blue
cleanse.
cookies or runts, but I'm down with the long bottom leaf too.
yeah runts. Ooh, the
Runts.
banana ones.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got elves and orcs. We got
elves, we got orcs.
Balrogs.
We got all the Melkor's things. He's like, because he kind of he swindled those dudes, and he was
Yeah,
like, hey, and then he made them all into like unhuggable things, which is as you stated, it's an issue.
Unhuggable things.
It's unhuggable.
Now,
so
where's the evolution of other creatures coming in now? What are we talking about?
I mean,
with
there's
dwarves?
like animals and stuff, but they're just creatures. They're just chilling.
Yeah.
And then and then the elves. I think that they started getting involved and building cities, and they're in Valinor.
Yeah, I've been
They're in
there.
Valinor, the
Nice
Noldor.
place.
Use the Noldor. They're in Valinor, and then
Nice
they were
place.
like, "Hey, let's." Later on, they went and they checked out Middle Earth and whatnot.
So they weren't even on Middle Earth. We're talking.
Well,
even
they're not on the
Middle-
continent. They're just.
Oh, I see. Middle Earth isn't.
Arda.
Yeah, Middle Earth.
Middle Earth's like Europe. It's like you just go over there and hang out.
Yeah.
And then when you want to go west, I mean, I'm not comparing the West to the United States because there
But
could be a worse comparison.
Valador, though. You said Valador.
Valinor. You remember Valinor?
Valinor. No, now it's all
The
coming to me.
pronunciations change.
Is it like the
generation to generation.
Hawaii of so you go there and chill out and then if you want to have a bad time and be around shitty people?
It's
You
a
go to
lot
Middle
like
Earth?
New Zealand, really.
Oh, I can't.
They love people immigrating.
Yeah.
There's penguins.
Penguins.
I think if I remember correctly, there's penguins on the south of Valinor.
There's a lot of things that are in Middle Earth that
remember
are also in Earth.
That's true. There's there's similarities.
Yeah,
I mean, they
similarities.
copied Ardo a little bit when they made this one.
Yeah, a little.
We got to ask Douglas Adams about that though. He was in charge of that project.
Okay. So now the elves are finally get to Middle Earth. What's their play there? Who's on Middle Earth? Is it an empty continent? Is it?
So the men and the dwarves have not woken up yet. They're sleeping too. The dwarves are sleeping underground. I'm not sure about men. Some elves, when they went over to Middle Earth, they found these I don't know, kind of like cavemen dudes, and they were like, "Whoa."
Troglodytes.
Yeah. They're like, yo, you got fancy clothes and like fire, and you're like doing things. So it's kind of like you know how
So
they
the
were,
elves-
you know, they're kind of like dogs back in the day, how they latched onto people and
Yeah,
started
yeah.
hanging around. It's kind of the same thing. And they were like, come on, come with us. We'll help you.
Elves are the
And-
colonizers of Middle Earth.
Yeah. I think good intentions, poor execution.
Yep. Now the road to hell is paved with good intentions, so they say.
Yeah,
But anyway, so
yeah.
they're out there. They wake up the
So
humans.
says Mandos.
They wake up the humans, and what goes on? So the humans, they're a little dumber,
Yeah, they're not like, I mean,
a
you
little
know,
rough around the
It's
edges.
kind of like a bunch of full-grown babies waking
They
up.
don't like. I bet
It's
the
annoying.
elves smell of like elderberry and fresh herbs.
Yes, and the humans
Lotions.
probably smelled like the elderberry after you eat.
They probably have the best lotions. The elves,
Oh, yeah. I mean, have you seen
the
their
best
skin?
creams.
You don't have the fairest skin like Luthien without having a skincare routine.
No,
I mean, let's
no.
be real here.
They must have amazing skincare products. And
Yeah.
and-
Well, I mean,
and-
you're friends with God.
True.
You're friends with the creator.
Nothing but the
I mean,
best.
and you just like they can just take the type of hey, can we do something about this?
Yeah, no acne problems with the elves.
Yeah, no, you never see an elf with a zit. That's for sure.
But yeah, imagine
no,
that
yeah,
the
you're
elf,
doing that.
like there's an elf girl. She's trying to go to prom for the first time, and she gets
Yeah.
a zit.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Well, and then the one elf was like,
Elf prom.
the one elf he was like Feanor, that guy. He was like, I'm gonna make some jewelry, and so he made these things, the Silmarils, these right there,
Oh yeah,
some Silmarils, and they were like they had the light of the trees in them, and they were magical and all this stuff. And he was like, these are like
it was the
these are
must-have gift of the holiday
heirloom-
season.
heirloom of my family.
Yeah.
And then Melkor was like, nah, they're gonna be the heirloom of my family. So the elves decided to have a party, and a big party.
Big rager.
Invited everyone in Valinor.
Keg
And they were
stands.
like, yo, we are gonna rip it because we're awesome and we're elves.
Who
We
brought
got
the
these-
bath
and we got
salts?
these 3 magic rocks now. It's gonna be great. And then while
So
they're
the rocks are
partying-
magic.
while they're
Okay.
partying, Melkor.
No, go figure. Melkor.
This is
Up to
why
no
you
good.
don't tell
Why do
people
they
when you're
just-
going out of town. So everybody goes out of town and he finds out. So what does he do? He goes to homie's house, kills his dad, kills Finwë, the
What?
king of the elves, kills him and steals the magic rocks. And then he runs away.
Hold on a second now.
Yeah. That's gonna
At-
piss anyone off.
Prior to this point, do people know that Melkor's bad?
Oh, I think they know he ain't cool
Why did they not get rid of this
They've
guy?
imprisoned him and they did all the things. But Eru is see the problem is that the rest of the Valar can't understand total selfishness and evil, where Melkor can't understand anything not being totally selfish and evil. So it's a communication issue. They're both very neurodivergent.
Hippies. Sounds like they're
yeah,
hippies.
Yeah. So he steals them and he makes this fancy crown and jams them in the crown and takes off.
Yeah.
And they're like, shit, I want my rocks back.
Yeah. But how powerful are these rocks? Are they worth going for?
Oh yeah.
Are they as powerful as the
So
Ring of Power?
They are so strong that Feanor had a bunch of kids and he made them all swear an oath that if anybody stole the rocks from them, they would fight anyone, anywhere, to the death to get the Silmarils back.
But what do
They
they
love
do?
them that much.
What do they do?
See, that's the thing. Nobody really knows.
They're selling the hype.
It's hype. Yeah, they
All
yeah.
hype.
And then so they do that, and
Yeah.
then this is why I'm
Okay,
taking a break from the pipe
yeah.
read. I got lost.
Yes. Okay. So we're talking about the Melkor rips off the stones after he kills his
So he
dad.
rips off he steals the Silmarils and he runs away. And then Feanor's like, "This sucks. I'm swearing an oath."
Yeah.
And like where we're from, oaths are like they're like the most legally binding.
Blood in,
contract
blood out,
anywhere.
dog.
You don't fulfill your oath.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
You like, dude, Eru is gonna be pissed. Just ask
Yeah.
Gollum.
Wait a second. Yeah, I like that. Son.
Yeah, he broke an oath. See what
Wait a
happened?
second. Okay, I'm
Fell
super.
into lava.
We're getting too far
We're
ahead
getting
here.
way far ahead.
Way far ahead. Gollum jumps in.
Yeah, he's
I knew that guy. Not
that
cool.
guy.
Okay,
Talk
so
about smelling weird. That guy's loincloth. Jesus.
yeah, a little fishy down there.
Yeah.
Okay, so so
Juicy sweet.
So the stones got taken.
Yeah, so they took the Silmarils and they were like, and then later on,
did they ever recover those?
Sort of. So
What, do you break them?
So later on, long story, we'll get into it, but they do recover. They recover all of them. But the funny part is, by the time Feanor's kids get their hands on any of the Silmarils, they've committed so many bad, evil acts that they are no longer worthy to even hold them, and holding them physically burns them.
Oh,
Because
really? They're like
their oath, like they went so far to get the thing back that they're not even worthy of having it anymore.
His friends turned into kids turned into trust fund kids.
They did.
They Vanderbilted.
Yeah, I mean, and Feanor, he was a cool dude. He was strong. He was smart, but he thought he was stronger and smarter than he was.
Oh,
and that's what got him.
He had a bunch
trouble.
of yes men around him.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna go take out Melkor," and then he got smoked by a Balrog.
Oh, really?
So, oh yeah.
Should have brought
dusted, dude.
Should have brought our boy Gandalf.
He got dusted.
Should have brought me for the job. Actually,
should have brought Fingolf. I mean, and Fingolfin. I mean, they should have just sent him. He ended up fighting Fingolfin. He ended up fighting. He fought Melkor. He challenged him to one-on-one combat.
Good discipline.
That's why Melkor.
Boxing.
That's
karate.
And I think we started calling him Morgoth at this point. I don't know when we stopped calling him Melkor. I remember, but there was a thing where Feanor named him Melkor, which means the black. I believe it means black or dark foe of the world. Bad. That's how bad that dude was. He's a bad dude.
They named him something bad, but
then he did more bad things.
And then let him hang around.
Like he's if you're gonna call him the dark foe of the world, maybe you should get rid of him.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they eventually, kicked him out, but
that hippie mentality they must have had.
They gave him too many chances.
Too many chances.
Yeah. Destroyed those 2 trees.
Yeah.
Once he destroyed
them.
Well, yeah. Also, did you ever meet the spider?
No,
Shelob, right? Did you meet Shelob? No.
She wouldn't.
Yeah, that's best to avoid that. Well, Shelob's mom, dad thing, nobody really knows. Just Ungoliant, sort of a general evilness. So evil they don't know it. Like Eru didn't even make Ungoliant. They're like, where did this thing come from? But it's evil as shit, and it feeds on light. So it's a giant spider. Morgoth's like, hey, Melkor's Morgoth now, so we're gonna refer to him as such.
Morgoth.
If you go back to Valinor and you talk and you say the name Melkor, they're gonna be like, who are you talking about? It's like saying a certain name in Germany. It's just like that homie doesn't exist anymore. So Morgoth's still more powerful than Sauron. Oh, way more.
Good gravy.
Sauron's he's his lieutenant.
That's funny how he's able to take over Middle Earth like that.
Well, when the cat's away, the mice will play.
I suppose
so.
And everybody knows that the elves are soft.
Yeah,
they're soft. Sorry,
but they get bitter, and
they're soft.
That's not good either.
They're soft. They hold grudges.
They definitely hold grudges.
Probably because they don't sleep.
And then as soon as you die, your spirit goes back, and then they put you right back into another body. Eventually, it's like, man,
maybe being a fancy elf isn't all it's cracked up to be.
No, I think they got to give them the fancy clothes just to deal with the fact that they're kind of stuck.
Yeah, they're
their spirit is bound to Arda. They can't. It's not like dudes where men die.
Yeah,
they can take the eternal nap.
Yeah,
It's not like
thanks.
that.
I thought it would be cool to be an elf, and I'm already immortal, so it doesn't really matter.
I
like being a wizard. We have more powers.
Wizards are. I'm happy with my choice.
Dude, I can do stuff, man.
But I get why Elrond chose to be an elf.
Yeah,
I get it. He saw his brother choose to be a human. It's like, yeah, you're the king of the Noldor, but you're gonna die in 500 years.
We had a falling out after the film.
Yeah. Well, yeah. After that documentary.
The tell-all.
What a tell-all.
Yeah. So more. What's his name now? Melkor's now Mordor.
Morgoth. That was that guy's name. Yeah, he was a knob.
So Morgoth is now what's hang on a second. What does Morgoth do all day though? Like what does an evil person do?
So
They
like,
just sit there and evil. Like think evil all day. That must be exhausting.
let me check my reference here. I got it.
What does Darth Vader
gotta
do on his
make
own time? You know,
sure-
like what do they do for fun?
but
They play PlayStation
yeah.
and get back to evil? Like what do they do? Like what? It's too hard to be evil all the time.
He does
Yeah.
he does much brooding. Now, see, so like Fingolfin and so Feanor was like thought he was tough and wasn't. Fingolfin, his bro, goes to Morgoth, leaves everyone behind. He leaves like in the middle of the night, like when you're going out, you don't want to wake
Like my
anybody up.
dad.
You're going out that dude went out to get milk and we know how that ended.
Cigarettes.
You see the hair?
Sure, pops. Yeah.
And
anyway,
he's doing that, and Fingolfin's like, I'm gonna take care of this.
okay.
If I remember correctly. So
Now Fingolfin has good intentions.
Oh yeah, he's as noble as the day is long. So he
Okay.
goes to Morgoth and he shows up and he's like throwing rocks at his castle, and he's like, "Yo, come out! If you're so big and tough, come out and fight me, dude. You're like 100 feet tall. I'm just a dude. I'm just an elf, dude. I'm just an elf. Come out and fight me if you're not." And so Morgoth's like, "Well, I can't hide in here because then all my dudes are gonna be like, oh my god, the boss is like scared. I can't have that." But if he goes out there, he's like, if I get hurt, then they're gonna be like, oh crap, the boss isn't as tough as we thought he was.
Yeah.
So he's gotta go out. So he goes out and it's like, and he's just like, what do you want? And he's like, one-on-one combat. Let's settle this shit. And Fingolfin,
he should have done paper, rock, scissors.
Dude, Fingolfin, but he's so fast. And
that's a game of skill.
Huge, and he's got this big ass mace.
Yeah.
And he's swinging it, and Fingolfin's like, haha, and he like dodge and like swipe at his leg, cut him, and then swipe at him and cut his arm and swipe. He keeps doing this. Like 6 or 7 times, I think. And then finally, but he just, speed and energy, they run out. And he eventually falls into a hole. And Morgoth ends up, like he cockroaches him, and stomps on him.
Oh
but
boy!
Before he does, he took his sword, he stabbed him in the foot, so he had a permanent limp for the rest of time.
So Fingolfin doesn't die.
He gave a god. Oh no, Fingolfin definitely died. But he gives Morgoth a permanent.
Oh,
he gives a god a permanent limp.
So Fingolfin dies in Morgoth.
You ever see that movie 300 where he's like, "I'm going to show you that even a god can bleed." He did that, and then everybody was like, "Whoa, this guy's not untouchable."
Yeah, he's Xerxes.
Like we cut that homie down.
Yeah,
he's still alive. He was so scared he never came out of his fortress of Angband really again. He stayed hunkered down. And he sent dudes out to do his stuff because he was like, "This is too risky."
When they found out Morgoth,
can't do this.
They found out he could be hurt. They encouraged them.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, this guy can bleed,"
just like in Predator.
Yep. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Well, yeah. So, but they didn't have a Vulcan cannon, like.
Well, no. That's that was. I mean, you saw Saruman. It took all that just to make like one little explosive-y thing. When they blew up that gully in Helm's Deep,
not to get too far ahead of the stuff, but I don't understand how they never make guns in Middle Earth. They got gunpowder, metal.
And that's the thing. I think it was intentional.
Well, I would say this is the one thing about Middle Earth. They're technologically speaking, they kind of hit a standstill for a few thousand years.
Yeah, it was kind of
when you're still fighting with swords 2,000 years after you start fighting with swords.
And see, you're framing. You're not even remembering time. I mean, we're talking like 60,000.
You see what I mean?
Because remember them them years, them tree years, the lamp years. Yeah. Those were like 7 times longer than the ages after.
I was there. I was wasted a lot of that time.
Well, when you're blacked out,
it was like party years.
Yeah, when you're blacked out, it's tough to remember.
Yeah.
That's just a little foggy. I mean, when you're immortal, you got to do something to fill the time.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of became a coward and hung out in his cave and sent orcs and like made dragons to do.
He was past his prime.
He was that boss who expected you to do the work, but he would never do it himself.
Not willing to get his he did get his hands dirty.
Yeah.
He did.
He was not the undercover
boss.
But
after he got this limp, he probably felt his confidence was lacking.
Yeah, definitely. His confidence was definitely lacking. He was like, whoa.
Okay, so he's hanging out now.
How far after that?
How far? We're like Fingully's got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Now Morgdorf is hanging out.
Ferngully was Fingolfin's illegitimate daughter.
Yeah,
Nobody
so
knows about that.
nobody
We're
knows about that.
breaking. We're giving you news right now.
So, so now he's just chilling out, sending others to do his bidding, like a bad boss.
Yeah.
And he has how many dragons? Does he have a lot?
Oh, a ton. I mean, well, he made that one Glaurung, but it didn't have wings, but it's huge, and it was smart, man. It would get in people's heads and like trick them into like thinking and forgetting who they were.
Psychological warfare.
Oh yeah, psychological for sure. He wasn't just like he wasn't a big dummy. And then he made a bunch of little dragons, too, little relative, still
little
like,
baby
like
dragons.
Let's put it this way: like you seen you remember how big the Balrogs were, right?
Yeah,
they rode the dragons.
Dragon riders, huh?
They were the original dragon riders.
I don't know
how a Balrog on a dragon. I don't know about you, but I might skid mark my robe.
That would be like unleashing like a battleship on a 1400 Spanish Armada.
Yeah, yes, and just like an aircraft carrier comes flying in.
Just done.
Yeah.
How would they ever be defeated?
Well,
there's always an Achilles heel.
Yeah, well, there was the war got so big that whole remember Balerion? It was attacked from Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Remember, but then it sank because the war was so bad. The whole thing just
they don't accept my passport there either.
It was like Atlantis, like that Atlantis thing these humans talk about. Yeah,
been there too.
It was like just
one place.
Just it's cool. Try the veal.
Try the veal. Yeah. Okay, so now we're moving a little bit further into the history here. Okay.
Sorry if we're bouncing around, but it's hazy.
No, this is actually
we're jogging our memories.
So,
oh no, I'm apologizing to them. Not you. I'd never apologize to you.
Morgdorf is so where are we at now as far as the elves on their side and their evolution?
They're fighting against Melkor too, because Melkor's like he's ruining their stuff.
But what's the structure
like
of
smashing their cities?
Like are elves existing in one cohesive unit, or are they already like differentiating between river elves versus forest
there's
elves
totally different kinds
versus
of elves.
City elves?
Totally. Yeah, there's the Noldor, they're like the original dudes. But then there's the dark elves that never saw the light of the trees. So they're like,
I know those guys.
Like back in the day, like when you remember, like in the Third Age, when the War of the Ring was happening.
Of course.
Like, remember Galadriel?
Of course.
Before she left and went back home.
Oh, she broke my heart.
Talk about fair.
Whew. It broke my heart. Okay,
but when she went over, she was one of the last elves that had actually seen and been in the light of Eru and the light of the trees. I think it was only her and Círdan the shipwright. The guy, remember him? He makes the ships that you were talking about that go back.
Yeah, that
they
guy.
know how to go back. They got GPS. He puts like some magic GPS on them, and they know how to get back to the west because nobody else is allowed to go. Men can't. No.
No men allowed.
No.
Halflings.
No men allowed. Halflings, but only 2.
Half of
and
them.
And only one dwarf.
So technically,
only one dwarf.
One dwarf.
Ever.
You know the elves and the dwarves
aren't clear. See, I haven't hung out with a dwarf in a while, and I always wanted to ask him, like, when you guys died, does your spirit, like, because you were made by Aule the Smith, and Eru gave you life, are your souls bound to Arda too, or are they like humans where once you guys die, just, I could never get a straight answer. But you know how dwarves are. They're jaded and they're secretive and
their answers are usually short.
Very short answers. That was for you during 1 through 7.
So at this time, though, simultaneously, the elves and dwarves are existing. Is Moria a thriving community at this time?
Later. So Durin wakes up, and then he wakes up, and he's like up here, and he walks all the way down, and he finds this lake. And when you look at the lake, it has the 7 stars in it, and he sees the 7 stars, and he's like, "Oh, the prophecy." He's like, "There's going to be 7 of me. So I'm going to found this city." And then all the other dwarves woke up, and they were like, "Hey, that guy's already doing stuff." So they just kind of went in. And like, I don't know who taught him to do all the metal smithing and everything. I'm assuming it's just because Aule made
they just
them
are born smart.
Like, they just had the ability. It's
an
like
instinct.
family business.
It's an instinct.
family business.
Yeah.
They just know what's up.
They just know.
So like they're doing that thing and they're doing their thing, and like that Balrog goes to sleep there. Remember underneath? They didn't
Oh,
find
yeah.
him. They didn't find him for like thousands and thousands of
Sleepy
years.
Balrog. That's the only time they're cute. Is
I
when they're
told
sleeping.
him. I told him don't.
Just a little cute little
I
Balrog
told him
sleeping.
don't dig so deep.
Yeah.
No, there's you dig far enough, you're gonna find something bad. And man, did
Yeah,
they
they
find
sure
something
did.
bad.
And the Balrog was just trying to catch a nap because he's
Yeah,
like,
he was
"Oh,
just like
nice and cool
well,
down
you
here."
remember the party he was at? The hangover was legendary.
Yeah.
You remember that thing?
That guy can throw down.
That burner down in back in the
Yeah.
back in the first age, that
Yeah.
was crazy.
Although he does drink Michelob Ultra.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
Drank a lot of them though.
Yeah,
Back
yeah.
then, he used to drink
He
Jack
can-
Daniels. I'm glad he slowed down.
That guy can partay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So anyway, they wake up the
him and Gandalf got in that fight at the AA
yeah,
meeting.
Yeah. yeah, it didn't turn out
Like,
so well.
yeah, they ended up on a mountain.
Yeah.
He was like, I am not going to give you your 1 year sober token. I saw you drink that Michelob
Saw
Ultra.
you, bro.
The whole thing happened. See, now he's we got to get you a staff because
No. This is powerful.
no, yeah,
It's
that's
got Lucky
true.
Charms juice on it. My favorite cereal.
That
Let's
so what have we learned today?
well, we learned today
We're jogging our memory.
that-
That's good. That's good.
that I have forgot a lot because of the party
The
years.
partying, the hangovers.
10,000 years of partying has caught up to me.
Yeah.
But now,
when you have a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of knowledge to lose.
yeah.
That's
But that's what you're here for. You're here
The
to
more
put
you
back
know,
the
the more
pieces.
you can forget.
Put back the pieces for my life and my experiences in Middle Earth. But we did learn a lot today about the history of Middle Earth, and we will continue to dive in and
we're going to continue to jog our memories and just see what
you're talking.
We can, you know,
we were there.
Yeah.
Now, even though I don't remember much because of the Quaaludes,
Yeah.
I was there.
Oh, was that? Oh, now that explains a lot.
Well, wizards have weakness too.
Yeah.
We like to party.
Ludes.
We like to have a good time.
That's what that pest of mortar's for.
Yeah.
You should have seen him partying with the Doobie Brothers back in the day. I think that's where that happened.
Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling.
Oh, Black Mordor.
Yeah, oh, Black Mordor, keep on rolling.
Unrolling.
So
that's the original song.
We're going to keep doing this every week. What we want from anybody out there who's watching the show or listening,
send questions.
Give us questions. What do you want to know about?
Don't ask us.
What size shoe would Frodo wear if he did wear shoes?
We know we all know the facts.
I was there.
The facts are here. I want to get in between the facts.
Yeah. You
know, like what happened at that barbecue that the elves had in the years that, you know?
Yes. We want to find out family drama.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Oh, there's family drama.
I want to know skincare secrets of the elves.
Goat's milk.
Goat's milk.
Big part of it.
Yep.
Goat's milk, chamomile, and jasmine. They love.
They
like
love
something about
the
jasmine on the.
Known for it.
I don't know. That Galadriel said that was her secret.
Yeah. So we're gonna do this every week, folks, and we're gonna keep on giving you more and more Lord of the Rings lore. Like I said, any questions you have for us, anything you want to know,
these are just our recollections.
But we're also
things.
What we realize is we're the two most knowledgeable people in the world about Lord of the Rings.
The only ones left.
Yeah, you want to challenge us about it? Go for it.
Everybody else, the problem is he blacked out, and then we missed the boat to Valinor, and it was the last one.
And we'll fight any wizards.
And you know, and then we thought it was gone, and then we found out Legolas and Gimli made that boat, and they didn't invite us.
I don't like those guys anyway.
That was
Legolas is hot dogging on elephants. I don't like that.
Like skeezing on skateboards
he's doing
downstairs.
Unnecessary jumps onto horses.
Yeah,
that don't make sense. But we'll cover that in the future.
That man, crotch of steel.
We have many, many more topics coming. Yes. We will be back next week. We want to thank Elevated Kava Lounge. Come down and check out Beth and the rest of the crew. They're here all day, every day.
Kava's awesome.
Kava's awesome. For all your fragrance needs, check out
and forget 20,000 years of history.
7witchesmagic.com for your incense needs.
Yes. You want to smell good? You can light these and just put them all around you.
Shout out to our producer, Kendall. He put it all together for us today. And
Shire Pipes gave me this nice recreation of a pipe I had once.
And we will be back.
It's great. It's almost identical. I can't blow the ships. Gandalf taught me that party trick once, and I can't remember how to blow the the ship's shaped smoke anymore.
He's
But
a big
we're gonna
hot
figure it
dogger.
out, and when I figure it out, I'll let you know.
He's a hot dogger. So anyway,
Show off.
signing off today. 2 wizards, 1 cart. Later.
We're gonna get a cart.